Hey, this is Mike, and let's take a look at what happened yesterday with the S&P 500. It was down slightly, almost 0.2%. However, in the overnight, it's down almost over 0.5%. And, it's Friday, and I think this is kind of a critical day because going into Friday, people are either going to be short covering or they're going to dump their stock in the S&P 500. Now, let's go take a look at gold over here because gold recovered from its big drop, and it was up yesterday almost 2.4%. It's down a little bit today. However, you want to take a look at if people are going to be getting out of the S&P 500 and going into gold, because that is a possibility. And if that happens, gold could get wobbly going into expiration week, which is next week. And then after that, we're in the fourth week of August, and then we head into September. So this could be a real critical time if you're heavy into equity. So one of the things I would look at is if you're looking to take profits, probably now or going into next week. And if you don't want to take profits, just make sure you have some sort of protective puts or just some sort of plan, because everything's been kind of in the past month been really nice and steady for the equities. However, we're getting at a point here where you look at the top here, it's almost at the top. You see 336 over here at February 18th, February 19th. That was kind of the top over here, 338, and you have the S&P 500 here at the SPY at 336. So it's really got to bust through that top that the SPY had in February 18th, February 19th, February 20th. It's really got to bust through that 336. So if it doesn't, early next week, you may just have a bit of a pullback, and then that makes expiration Friday even more critical. So let me go over and look at gold right now, because it really had a really hard pullback, but that's after, one heck of a run. So it's still 10 points down. I think gold, I've heard from a lot of other technical guys that gold is probably going to trade in a range for a while, and I think that's going to be the case up until maybe the first week of September, and I could see it busting through 193, the GLD, and even going up towards 200. So that's something definitely to take a look at. And the one other thing I want to take a look at that no one's really talking about is oil, because oil's been actually, this chart doesn't really show up. In the past month, it's actually been doing pretty well, and it's actually up about 30% from its low. Now, oil, it's seasonally weak during the winter, so you may, it's probably going to go back down. However, you may see a little bit of a run of oil, especially if people begin to dump stock. So that's just something to look at, because the volatility is very weak in oil right now, which means you can get those options pretty cheap on the US. So that's another thing to look at. And finally here, I'm just going to look at the triple Qs here, because the triple Qs and the tech stocks have been the leader. It was up 0.25%, and it still looks like it's going strong. It busted through its February 18th, February 19th top. It's still going. Tech is still leading. So if you're looking for momentum, the tech stocks, they still tend to keep going. And then just one more thing I want to show you is the diamonds, the Dow. It's still, lagging behind big time from its top. However, it might be a safe haven play if the S&P 500 begins to get wobbly. So that's something to take a look at. So just watch this Friday action. If you see a big dump at the end of the day with the S&P 500, that's not going to be a good sign for next week. However, if you see some short covering coming, you may see some short covering coming. That may be a good sign. So go ahead and watch the market today. It'll be a big sign of what's to come next week. Okay, thanks. Bye.